Hey socialites, welcome back. And if you're new here, I'm Ariell. I do beauty videos, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if those are the videos you enjoy, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button and come join the family. Today is an exciting video, socialites. This is going to be your ultimate guide to Fenty. We're going to be talking about skincare, makeup, body care, fragrance, and Fenty hair. Some of these products are my absolute favorite, but before we jump into the video, I do want to thank Fenty for sponsoring today's video. The annual Fenty Fam sale is upon us, and you can get 30% off using my code Ariell30 on the 19th through the 20th. And the 21st through the 24th, you'll receive 25% off, and this is site-wide. Everything I mentioned on today's video, I'll have linked down below in the description box, so I do want to encourage you guys to shop through those links. And if you stay to the end of the video, you'll see how I transform these day 2 curls into these super juicy defined curls that you see here using the Fenty Hair Home Curl Defining Cream. So if you want to see how I achieve this look and learn about all things Fenty, then keep watching. Okay, socialites, so we're going to start off with skincare. I have a few skincare items that I wanted to mention. First up is the Fenty Skin Cherry Dub Pore Purifier Cleanser. So this one is like a gel-like consistency. It lathers up really good. This one is more so to me for clarifying because it gives you that really deep cleanse, you guys. Now it does have a scent to it. It's like a deep, like a sweet cherry scent, which I like. I like the cherry scent of it, but it's a deeper cleanser. So this one is like if my face is really oily at the time, like I like it in the summertime, or if you're somebody that suffers from blackheads or acne and you need a deeper clean, this one's good for that. Next up is the Fenty Skin Fat Water. It wouldn't be a Fenty skincare situation without talking about the fat water. I think this is one of their more popular skincare items. Fat water is actually a toner, you guys. It's unique in that the consistency is a little thicker. If you guys can see, it's a little thicker than the average toner that we may be used to using, but I really like it because it also leaves a really nice shine to the skin, balances you back out after you've, cleansed really good. You pat this in your skin and it allows your face to feel a little bit more hydrating with that nice shine. And moving on to one that you guys have seen me use a few times before, this is the Fenty Skin Plush Puddin. So for me, I like to use this more so like a lip mask. It's on the thicker side. So after I'm done with my skincare at night, sometimes I wear it during the day, especially if my lips feel dry. But this is one of those thicker lip products that's going to give you that ultra hydration. And the packaging is unique. Like, we hadn't really seen anything like this at the time when this came out. So we love that, but it's not sticky at all. And if you put it on at night, you wake up in the morning and you will have like really, really smooth, soft lips. So next up is an SPF product, and this is the Fenty Skin Hydra Vizor. So it comes in this sort of refillable packaging where it slides back down in here, so you can repurchase just this part for a little bit of a discount, a little cheaper of a price, and it pops right down into this. So there's a little bit of a tint to this one. So when you pump it out, it looks pink, and I had a bit of a learning curve with the Hydra Vizor, y'all. So when you blend this one in, you really have to blend it all the way into the skin. And instead of drying like completely clear, it dries sort of clear with like a glowy iridescence to it. So it's almost like a beautiful glow to the skin. If you put makeup on top of it, it still leaves you with a beautiful glow to the skin. So even if you use their matte foundation, using the Hydra Vizor underneath will give you a little bit of glow, which is actually really pretty. It does double as a moisturizer, so it's going to be really hydrating and supple on the skin, and makeup glides on really nice on top of this. Whenever I wear it as an SPF, I don't necessarily feel like I have to do a primer with this because it gives me a really good hydrating base with that little bit of sort of glow to the skin. Fenty Skin also has another SPF that's a tinted moisturizer, and this is a newer one. I think this one came out last year. This is the Fenty Skin Hydra Vizor Huez. I have it in the shade 6, so you can actually get this in your specific skin tone. Now, shade 6 matches me perfectly right now, but in the summertime, actually shade 7 works a little bit better for me. This is also refillable, so this same component that you use with the regular Hydra Vizor, you could use this with the Huez version as well. It fits like right in there. Y'all, this is the most long-lasting complexion. It's not a makeup, it's like a hybrid of, to me, of like makeup and skincare, because it's like a SPF, but at the same time it provides coverage almost like a foundation. But if we were to talk about like Fenty complexion products, because this is going to kind of look like a foundation on your skin, but if we were to talk about their complexion products, this would be the absolute most long lasting. This is one that I never have to touch up during the day. If you wanted sun protection and if you were going to go outside like on a walk or a run, this is going to last, because some people do wear makeup to like go out on walks or to work out. So let me show you guys what the color looks like. So that's about half a pump. It gives you like a medium buildable coverage, but it does dry completely matte. So if you have dry skin, you may want to stick to the regular Hydra Vizor and then just use like whatever complexion product you want to use. But if you have like normal, anywhere from like normal combo all the way to oily skin, this is going to be your best friend. So moving on to the makeup, which is probably my favorite part of this whole video, makeup and then fragrance, y'all. I'm super hyped to talk about fragrance, but if you're not new here, you already know how I feel about that. It's giving broken record. So let's talk about the Fenty Beauty primers. This one is the soft matte primer, but they also have like a hydrating primer and then like a regular primer. So they have a primer for any skin type, and I highly recommend them. These are the primers that I've been using on my clients for years. I don't use any other brand of primers on my clients but the Fenty Skin. It makes the smoothest base ever, and this soft matte one does a really good job at holding you in for a few extra hours and controlling that shine, especially if you have brides, you guys. This is a really good one. Let me show you what it looks like. So it has a little bit of a pink tint, but you blend it in, it feels really like lotion-like, and then it goes completely clear. So you don't have to worry about it leaving any type of residue or anything on the skin, but it still holds you in. The soft matte is really good, but I do also like the regular one that they have. I'll pop a picture right there because I need to repurchase it, and I use that on my clients who have sort of normal to dry skin. This one is for my clients who have like oily T-zones or like oily skin period or like normal combo, because even if you're normal combo, I would recommend using the soft matte over the regular one, just because it will hold you in just a little bit longer. But either one is really good. You will not be disappointed. So Fenty has 4 foundations. Well, 2 are foundations and 2 are skin tints. So we're going to try all 4 on really quick so I could tell you guys the difference. So Fenty has the soft matte Longwear, and they also have the soft lit foundation, which is the newest one out of the foundation line. I have the shades 410 in both, and the shades look just a little bit different. So let's try them on so you guys can see the difference. 410 soft matte we'll put on this side. This is what it looks like. It gives you sort of that medium to full coverage, and it dries to a beautiful soft matte finish that doesn't look like super dry on the skin. So that's one layer, and you can see that it gives you sort of that matte finish. And then let's put a little bit more in the areas that I need the coverage so you guys can see how it builds up. And this is the one that's going to have the most coverage out of all the complexion products. So this is the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte. For me, I get about 6, maybe 8 hours of long wear after this before I start to see shine and need to touch up just a little bit, but it never gets like super oily or over shiny or anything like that. We're going to try out Soft Lit on this side, same shade, which is 410. Now, Soft Lit gives you a little bit more of a radiance to the skin. And this formula is a little bit more loose. You see it's going to slightly run instead of staying in place. The Soft Matte is a thicker consistency. So if you squirt one pump on your hand, it's not going to move. It's a little thicker. So 410 in the Soft Lit for me is a little bit more neutral in shade than the Soft Matte, which is slightly warm on me, but I can definitely get away with it. It's the closest match. And this one is sort of at medium buildable coverage as well. I can get almost full coverage out of this one, whereas with the Soft Matte, I can get pretty much complete full coverage out of it. But as you can see, it covers what I need. It looks great. So you see how the dry down of the Soft Lit looks a little bit more radiant than Soft Matte. There's a clear difference. Now the Soft Lit will work for oily skin, but I do recommend that you put the Soft Matte Primer underneath or your favorite mattifying or oil controlling primer, just so that you don't see shine as quickly. But ideally, I feel like the Soft Lit will work best for sort of normal to combo skin all the way to dry skin. So moving on to the Fenty Beauty skin tints. They have two. One is the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Skin Tint, which is a liquid. And this is my most used Fenty Beauty complexion product by far. I'm in the shade 19. The color I'm in love with. It's like the perfect shade for me, and it gives a nice radiant skin-like finish. Look how beautiful that is. Obsessed. I was obsessed with this one for so long. So we're going to try out the liquid one on this side. It just looks so natural, y'all. So natural to me. In my opinion, the Eaze Drop in the liquid form is the most natural looking complexion product that they have. Even though I think Soft Lit looks really natural too, this one is just like a second skin in my opinion. Now it gives you a medium buildable coverage if you need, or if you want like a complete full coverage complexion product, then this isn't it. But if you're okay with medium buildable, like what you see here, so pretty. And really the reason why I wore it continuously for so long is because I can apply this, do my full face, and I don't have to look back at my face throughout the day for like shine or touch-ups. It just lasts all day. Super long lasting while maintaining its radiance, you know? And then the skin tint stick form, this one's going to give you more coverage. Still looks natural, but you can tell. Let me just show you guys what it looks like. And this shade is slightly warmer than this shade, as you guys can see, but it's not like too far off. Like, it works. So what I love about the Eaze Drop Tint Stick is how buttery and creamy it looks on the skin. I'm a sucker for cream like stick foundations. It just looks so supple. So to me, this one is almost like a second skin. This one looks natural too, but you get a little bit more coverage. So in the stick, I'm shade 18. And it's a little bit warmer, and in the liquid I'm 19, which is more neutral on my skin tone. I think more so like an exact match. Both of them feel pretty lightweight on the skin. I do get slightly more long wear with the liquid. I get maybe about 6 or 7 hours with the Eaze Drop stick before I need to sort of touch up, and I don't have to touch up too much, just a tiny bit. For the purpose of this video, we're gonna use the Eaze Drop stick, put just a little bit more on this side and blend it in before we move on to the next Fenty Beauty makeup product. Okay, so let's talk about Fenty concealers. They have two different concealers. One is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer, which is the one that they originally launched with the brand. This one's more of a full coverage concealer with a matte dry down. And I'm in the shade 370, and this does brighten for me. I use it in my highlighted areas. So it's going to be more so of a neutral shade, which I like. And then their newest concealer is going to be the We're Even concealer. This one is more of like a serum type consistency. This particular one is in the shade 400, so I'll put it right here, which is more so closer to my skin tone. It's going to be thinner consistency, and it doesn't dry down matte. It gives you more of like a natural skin finish, and it's a lot more hydrating than the Pro Filter concealer. So just in case you were looking for a shade match of the We're Even, which is the more hydrating one that gives you a little bit less coverage, 400 is here. I also have 390. And 385, I'll put right next to 390. This one gives me sort of that more brighter highlighted look. So we have 400, 390, and 385. And then that's 370 in the Pro Filter concealer. If you have darker circles under your eyes or you need coverage under the eyes, for sure go with the Pro Filter concealer. Or if you have more mature skin and you don't have super dark circles, I recommend the We're Even concealer. So I'm going to use a little bit of both today. We're going to take 400, which is closest to my skin tone, and I'm going to use this as sort of a transition. You see, because it's so close to my skin tone. And it's such a thin product that it's not going to cake up or add too much coverage on top of my foundation. And in the inner corners, let's use the Pro Filter at 370. This is going to brighten just a little bit. I'm going to put a tiny bit on the forehead. When you're working with a really matte concealer, you want to blend fairly quickly, but I'm going to let it sit for just a second because I don't want it to be stuck in place, you know. I'm going to blend out the deeper shade first and then work my way up to the brighter shade. Moving on to cream contour, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Matchstick. And this one is in the shade Truffle. It's a cream consistency as well. Blends pretty easy too. So even if you're a beginner in makeup or a beginner with cream contour, you'd probably like this because it's pretty easy to blend. Before I set all over with powder, I want to add a little bit of glow. Now with this Fenty Beauty product, you can use before you set with powder or you can add after. So this is the Liquid Kilowatt from Fenty Beauty. I have two shades. One's in the shade Hustler Baby, which is more of a sort of brighter golden shade, almost like champagne-y. And the next one is called Sandy Peach, a peachy gold. So on one side, I'm going to put it on before I set with powder. And then on the other side, we'll add it after we've done our powder, just so that you guys can see the difference. Both of them look really pretty to me though. So I'm going to take the Sandy Peach shade and pop that right, kind of spread it on my hand a little bit, and I work off of that. And look at that. You don't need a lot either. Just a little bit. Look at that. These Liquid Kilowatts are stunning. I feel like even with this, you don't even need to set with anything glowy on top. Fenty Cream Blush in the shade Rose Latte. And this one's a beautiful terracotta shade. So I do have very minimal creasing, if any, under eye. But I'm going to smooth that out and then set all of my highlighted areas. For powder bronzer, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker in the shade Cocoa Naughty. I'm going to take that same bronzer and sweep it right into my crease. And this is going to serve as like my eyeshadow look. Now the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick mascara is my most used mascara. I've gone through like 3 tubes of it so far. So if you love a good volumizing mascara that just makes your lashes look like you have a lot more. So back in with the Liquid Kilowatt, and I'm going to add it on top of the powder. And on top of powder, it gives us more of like that blinding highlight look. And the blush can go on top of powder as well, just like the Liquid Kilowatt. So for lip, I have two Fenty Beauty lip liners. Now, the tray style lip liners are super long wearing, you guys. And they apply so smooth and even because it's like really creamy. But once it dries down, it doesn't budge. The deepest shade I have is I Wouldn't, which is like a dark brown. And then I have Extra Thigh, which I'll put right here, which is more of like a medium tone brown with sort of like a mauve undertone. I'm going to take Extra Thigh. Now, the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bombs are some of my favorite Fenty lip products, and I'm going to swatch just a few of them for you. So my favorite is Fussy. It leaves a high shine. It's like a pretty soft pink color. Has like a little bit of like iridescence to it. Sweet Mouth, and this one's sort of like that lighter type shade. So Fussy and Sweet Mouth. And they're great toppers on top of your lipsticks. Hot Chocolate, and this one sort of gives you like a brownie tint. And it's sort of shimmery, like they're like little golden reflex and pink reflex in it that looks really good in sunlight. And then I have Fuchsia Flex, which is like that really fun shimmery glitter shade. Look at that, so pretty. Now they do have an in-between shade that's a little lighter than Fussy, but a little deeper than Sweet Mouth, and it's called Candy Soda. Really pretty. So it's slightly less of a deep pink than Fussy is. The Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Stick. This one's in the shade Fenty Glow. I'm going to finish off the look with the Fenty Beauty You Miss Setting Spray, which is a really good sort of mattifying, oil controlling setting spray that helps to extend my makeup for hours. This locks you in like glue. It's really, really good. So if you have trouble with your makeup staying all day or you get really oily, this is a really good one to try. So let me know what you guys think about the look, and let's move on to body care and fragrance. The iconic Fenty Butter Drop is worth every bit of the hype, you guys. So this one is the original that has sort of like a tropical scent to it. Smells so good. Now the Butter Drop does come in just like clear, where it just dries to just a nice beautiful shine on the skin, or you can get the glitter version that has glitter reflex that looks so good in the summertime. It leaves a super high shine. So it's on the thicker side, but it blends into the skin seamlessly and easily. So it's not going to leave any residue or anything like that. It leaves a super high shine to the skin because as you rub it in, it actually turns into an oil. And a lot of people don't know that about the Butter Drop. I have different scents. I have the Toasted Marshmallow one. Now this came in a set of 3 and I used it all up. Oh my goodness, it just smells like marshmallows, very sweet and decadent. And in that same set, the caramel one, this one is the salted caramel and it has shimmers in it. So I like the shimmer, but I have a little bit of this left. It smells just like caramel, so yummy, almost like a yummy, like marshmallows and caramel. Smells so good, and they're all equally as hydrating. Fenty now also has a lotion, and it's the Fenty Butter Drop Hydrating Body Milk. Very hydrating, but this one absorbs into the skin a little bit more and doesn't leave that super high shine. So you're left with really soft, supple skin. It smells similar to the original Butter Drop, sort of like that tropical type feel to it, but this one has a little bit more of like a tangy zing to the scent. And last on body care is probably my absolute favorite. Now this is when you want to be bougie or a little bit more luxe. This is the Fenty Parfum Body Creme. Okay, it's in a glass bottle. Okay, so this is a luxury body cream, you guys. Isn't this bronze so pretty? And when you open it up, you guys, this cream is so decadent. It's just as hydrating as the Butter Drop, if not more. Very lush, plush, and decadent. But more than anything, the scent is incredible. It's a beautiful, sort of musky, fruity. There's like Bulgarian rose, and there's a little blueberry in here. So it's like a fruity, sort of floral, musky, deep, sexy, seductive scent, y'all. gorgeous, but it is an acquired taste. So if you're not crazy about rose and you don't like those hot and heavy musky scents, that's what this one is giving, okay? And then let's talk about the Fenty Parfum. And this is one of my favorite perfumes. This is the perfume I wore on my birthday last year. This is like a date night perfume. And this is also hot and heavy. Very heavily musky. And it has those same notes in there, those fruity notes. It has blueberry, Bulgarian rose in here, some fruity and floral notes. It's beautiful, y'all. This is like a work of art to me. It really is. If you're looking for a head-turning scent that's going to last you all night or all day long, that's very unique, this one's it. It's very much a compliment getter. And the last category is going to be hair. So Fenty Beauty dropped their hairline, I think last year, and it was on a couple of my favorites videos. It was on my 2024 favorites video because it was just that much of a standout. And keep in mind, I am a licensed hairstylist, you guys. So this is the Fenty Hair, the Rich One Moisture Repair Shampoo. This gives you a good clean. You get an amazing lather with it. It smells amazing. Get your hair really clean without stripping it or making it feel dry. I absolutely love it. I like it for straight hair because sometimes I wear my hair straight. It does well, and it does equally as well when I wear my hair curly. I love it. I highly recommend this for any hair type. If you have curly hair, straight hair, color treated hair, it's amazing. Okay, I wear straight, curly, and I have color treated, so trust me on this one. And then they have a conditioner called the Rich One Moisture Repair Conditioner. Very hydrating conditioner. It gives you a lot of slip. It smells amazing as well. It's just a really good, solid conditioner. But I do alternate between the Rich One conditioner and the Comeback Kid Instant Damage. So they also have this one as a conditioner it's a little bit heavier. If your hair feels like it's in distress or it starts to feel brittle from like either color treated or either from like heat or something like that, I like to put this on there. I keep this one on a little bit longer, maybe like 10 or 20 minutes, rinse it off, and my hair feels like instantly like it came back. Like it has the perfect name on this one. And new to my Fenty hair collection is the Fenty Hair, the Home Curl. Now this is a curl defining cream. Amazing product. Amazing product if you wear your hair in curls. So this is what it looks like. It's a cream, so it feels creamy in your hands, but as you apply it to the hair and it starts to dry down, it starts to feel like a putty. So as you rub it through your hair, it starts to become a little bit thicker and feel like a putty. It has a good amount of hold to it. So not only was I able to define my curls with the cream, but I was also able to lay my edges really slick with it as well, almost like a little baby edge control. Not only does it define the curls really good, it leaves a little bit of a shine to it. So what I look for in a curl cream is the slip on it. Am I able to smoothly run it through my hands? How much hold that it has? And this one gives you pretty much like a firm hold. Not super crunchy hard, but it's definitely firm. The third thing I look for is shine, and it definitely leaves a shine on my hair. So this is day 2 of my curls. I'm going to revive it a little bit, so I'm going to go wet my hair and let you guys see how this looks when I put it on. But I actually like day 2 even better than day 1. Day 1 was really pretty, and it was just really, you could almost see every single curl in place with a little bit of a shine. But day 2, the luster went down a little bit more. My curls still look really, really good. My edges don't look bad at all. I think it looks a little bit more natural on day 2. So let me wet my hair and show you guys how I use the curl defining cream. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. I've wet the front of my hair, and from wetting my hair, what I noticed is water is going to reactivate the product. So if I need to add any more, it would be very, very little because I feel the product all over again. It feels putty-like again. So that's good. I get to keep my product a little longer, you know what I mean? But look how it just slicks the hair down. And trust me, my hair doesn't just slick down like this on its own when it's in a curly state like it is. And it has so much hold to the curl defining cream. If I wanted to, I could even do like finger waves. That's how much hold that it has to it. And I love that it dries with a shine. For me, that's really important. Even though we can add oil for the shine, I love when a product delivers shine when it dries down. So I just sort of comb it down, and you see how the curls just sort of roll up as it completely dries. And it takes about 30 minutes on my hair for it to completely dry. I let it air dry. And when it completely dries, then the curls pop up just like those curls you see at the top. And I'm just gonna sort of finger style it. That way my curls can pop in the direction I want them to pop in. So you see how that is? They look a little loose, but as it dries, the curls are gonna look like the ones up there. Such a nice product. Like, wow, this is definitely gonna be a repurchase for me. Look at how juicy the curls look. So I'm gonna let it dry down for about 30 minutes and come back and let you guys see how it dries. Okay, y'all, so I'm back, and this is what the dried, refreshed curls look like. I've added no oil or anything. Keep in mind, I shampooed and conditioned my hair with the Fenty shampoo and conditioner, and I didn't add any additional oil to my hair other than the curl cream. So it's interesting that I still have shine and luster to my hair on day 2 with just wetting it and reactivating the curl cream. I love it. Are you a day 1 curl girly, or do you like the day 2 curls better? This was so much fun, you guys. Everything I mentioned today, I'll have linked down below in the description box, so be sure to check that out. And don't forget to use my code Ariell30 at checkout for your 30% off. On the 19th and the 20th, the 21st through the 24th, you'll receive 25% off. So thank you, Fenty, for sponsoring today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. 'Cause I've been where you are. Don't you step to show me love. 'Cause too fresh with the scars.